Hi all, welcome to the squad update and also kind of breaking down player of the month Bruno, because we finally have decided to do them, or have we? That's the biggest question obviously, because we are kind of crazy in all sense of the manner. But if you could smash likes would be awesome. Sub to the channel if you're new, follow me on Twitter at G is a legend. All links are down below for posts to the channel and social media links as always. Comment down below what your teams are like and also smash that notification bell, would be massively appreciated. It's always fun to kind of know what teams you're kind of rocking up with at this stage of FIFA. So basically our squad still is pretty much what we've been using. Obviously the main changes that we are still to work on are Danilo, Rivaldo and Jesus. This is where Bruno Fernandes comes in, because he replaces Jesus, but obviously Paulinho has to go striker for chemistry, and then right defensive mid becomes Bruno Fernandes. That's the only way this can work due to how the team is. Now the biggest problem obviously is Danilo would then go on 8 chem, but we are obviously working towards Carlos Alberto's prime moments. So the aim is get prime moments Alberto in pretty much right away over that first weekend of the new season. Get the 9 tokens that we need, get it done, and then you're sorted. So we'll probably be waiting about, say, 2 weeks, give or take. But obviously I'm still going to rock with this team for now. I'll probably use Bruno maybe as a sub, just so I'm because contracts wise I'm not really want to spend coins just now. I'd rather keep coins close to my chest if I don't have to spend, if I don't need to. But we just want to work our way through all of the basically objectives that are out there still at the moment, and this team will just kind of do it for us. Stick with what we're working with. But as I said, Rivaldo, the hope is just improve him. Ideally with another Brazilian icon like Kaká, Pelé, R9, maybe even a better version of Rivaldo, who knows. But all these players on the subs and reserves will eventually probably go anyway. Maybe not James, because obviously Fred is 89 rated, so he will help out massively towards the Manchester United part of the SBCs. But Neymar is definitely obviously the main mark. So the Manchester United route part for Bruno Fernandes, we have obviously built quite a crazy route. We've gone with Onana, Ibra, Blind, Acerbi, Romagnoli, Pjanic, Ramsey, Khedira, Lautaro Martinez, and then obviously Fred and Paul are untradables. Ramsey we had to position change to a cam. Ibra we sniped for about 5k cheaper than he currently is, like 13k, we paid like 8. Pjanic was going for like 30, we paid 20. Then Onana we paid 5. Like we sniped all of these players like yesterday, like Romagnoli, Acerbi were like 1500. Blind was about the same. I think the most we actually, as I said, Pjanic was 20k, which is quite crazy. We tried jumping between him and Immobile, but Pjanic we eventually got for cheap. And obviously you will see your pack tally as well. That's kind of why I've let this kind of run, just so that you know we're still keeping all our packs for team of the season. Now this route obviously is a bit crazy because Pavlenka, Sommer and Ben Sebaini, like Ben Sebaini's isn't high enough rated obviously because he's only an 81. Now in theory I could have aimed for a higher rated player like Ta, but then I'd have still the same problems regardless for ratings. But Madison's untradeable, yes, he's 86, but I don't use him, and he's the EPL player, he's only one in this. But it's Pavlenka, Mbabu, Akanji, Sommer, Ben Sebaini, Murphy, Madison, Lucas Leiva, Bellarabi, Zanolo and Werner. Like Werner's tradable, and then pretty much everything else is obviously untradeable. Lucas I bought months ago for something, and he just sat in the club, done nothing. I haven't even used him because I can't obviously use him for like any first owner objectives or anything like that. But it gets it done, and it just keeps the spend completely to a minimum. I only had to spend like 4k, 4 or 5k for Sommer and Pavlenka. I literally sniped like both of them for like, I think Sommer was 15 and Pavlenka was 2.5 or something. It was quite funny and amusing to watch. These guys, I only had to buy the 4 players of Garay, Albiol, Izer Laramendi and Guedes. Guedes was about 2.5, Izer was about the same. Then Albiol and Garay were about 2k each, so it's like the spends were minimal. Like I was sniping them for like minimal prices, either sniping or bids. You get quite lucky sometimes. There was one guy I think one or two folk were trying to do the same with the 83s, and they were getting them for like 1,000 coins. Like you were watching them, and then because you were forgetting to bid on the wrong one, you're missing one and you missed out. But the route was Pizzello, Bustos, Gray, Albiol, Orellana, Guedes, Perez, Cordoba, Acuna, Bartra, and Isaac Olamendi. Yes, there's a few shapeshifters and special cards, but as we've said before, we ain't using them, so we might as well get them thrown into SBCs. The packs are dire, but I'd rather just give myself a card that I'm going to use. Now, you're going to be thinking, gee, you're throwing an icon, and what are you doing, man? Are you an actual idiot? But I don't care. I don't care. And however the song goes. But Handanovic, Osimhen, Thomas. See, when I worked this route out, I tried so hard to think, could I throw, like, say, 284s in over Osimhen and Thomas if it would make a difference for Handanovic and Chiellini, and it wasn't, which was like, how is this possible? I was like, I could throw 284s in, but I can't suddenly drop down to like an 86. I was like, what is wrong with this game? But hey ho, I don't make the rules for the formulas. But it's Handanovic, Osimhen's 82, Thomas, Opara, Musonda, Cruz, Rijkaard, Forsberg, Dzeko, Zanolo, and Chiellini made up that particular squad. Rijkaard made it all work, so I was quite chuffed, and we just worked from there. The final 87 is basically untradeable central. Basically nothing we use. Just got it about Diego Carlos, if honest, because I was hoping he would get more upgrades as FIFA progressed, but sadly, just with how everything's going, it's kind of went out the window. Sells Diego Carlos, Pablo, Bakayoko, Brozovic, Leonardo, Paqueta, Souza, Berghaus, Joe, and Getterson. Can't do anything better to this. I have tried. Can't drop like an 85 to an 84 or an 85 to an 86 or an 89 to an 88. I have tried every like honestly, this is why I've worked so hard on seeing if Bruno was basically possible. It was a bit crazy to put together, I will not deny. It has been a massive player drain, massive coin drain in a sense. Like Handanovic and Chiellini were the biggest spends by a mile. Like I think Chiellini was 50k when I probably could have got him a lot cheaper way back when, and Handanovic was like 35 or something. But all told, we've got it done, I'm not caring, and Bruno Fernandes now fits into the club, goes into the team. Obviously, with full usage, will take a little bit of time, but I'm still not going to complain about this. Yes, he may get, there's probably a very good chance he'll end up with a team this season, but the feeling is I don't see him getting a better start until then, and there's no guarantee of me packing a better version anyway. When we do that, improve the team just gradually, have a bit of fun. If you're not using players, and yes, there's the team of the week's uncertain and things like that, you might as well just put cards to use. Everyone knows that I was hoping for Player of the Month Mbappe or Birthday Jesus. Neither happened, so I've just obviously got to kind of be like, well, I have to accept adjustments. And Bruno Fernandes, I did kind of want anyway. I did want his card, his Player of the Month. What annoyed me was the price of it. And like just now it's like nearly 1.3 million at last check. I was like, how on earth can a card go up 500k over a weekend? Is just absolutely insane. It was like 750 on Thursday night. If I'd done it on Thursday night, it would have cost me like next to nothing. But it is what it is. Obviously the team itself changes for subs and reserves. I've not obviously adjusted everything because we're not obviously going to be putting Bruno straight into the team, and I'd kind of wait anyway. I'd rather try and get the objectives all done first, and I'd rather wait for the new season anyway before I start doing position changes if I don't need to, if it makes sense, because it's easy enough for me to kind of still work with my full team. So obviously I've got 4 icon subs that are reserves, but I'm just showing you how the team would roughly look. Obviously until you make the adjustments then we'll be sorted, but there's no rush. That's how I'm looking at it. There's no rush at the moment to make the changes. As I said, I'm waiting till probably the new season kicks in, and then we will take it from there. But yes, it's been a bit crazy, folks, doing this Player of the Month. Bruno, will he be worth it? Obviously he's not, because he's a fortune, but for me, I'm happy to have him in regardless. That's the way I'm looking at it. It's like when I did Neymar, I got rid of so much fodder and I was happy for it nonetheless. But let me know, folks, as I said, how your squads are looking. Let me know your thoughts on Bruno Fernandes if you've tried this card. Smash like, always, sub to the channel if you're new, follow me on Twitter, Legend. I'll catch you all later.